What's up, my beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Sunil, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a hot minute, but what are we seeing today? Well, it's a surprise. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Strap on your seatbelts, and it's gonna be a fun one. Let's roll the intro.
I grew up in a place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the most beautiful Jdm cars on the planet Earth, and we are going to be giving a ranked tier list on which of these beautiful sports cars should deserve to be still on the planet and which should not be there, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, to the gods of the automobile industry, I hope none of the cars that comes should come on the work of needs work, ladies and gentlemen. And why I have given another column section as what? Well, some of these cars you might have seen through some of beautiful movies, some you might have seen through games, racing games, as well as some you might have seen to YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. But some of the cars that you might have not seen, ladies and gentlemen, in either three of these platforms, well, that cars we are going to be keeping it in the vote list, and that you can go take a look, do a lot of research on that cars and give your personal opinions about that, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm giving that vote for your freedom, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, let's go on to the selection, shall we? So first up on the list, ladies and gentlemen, let me zoom in a little bit so that I can see the cars. Well, if you do want to check this out for yourself, or if you do want to create your own tiermaker.com, ladies and gentlemen, links are down in the description to create your own tier list. So first up on the list, I think so, that is the Subaru WRZ, ladies and gentlemen. Where are we gonna be keeping it? Is it a masterpiece? Is it a good one, or it needs work, or it needs voting? Obviously, you might have seen these guys are both racing games as well as movies, ladies and gentlemen. You might have seen this in the Colin McRae's events, as well as you might have seen it in Colin McRae's game, as well as in Dutch series, ladies and gentlemen. So it's a pretty good car, it's a neat car, it's a fun car, and also it is some of the car that is actually can be used for both rally as well as sport. As a normal car, ladies and gentlemen. So gonna give it as good. Well, before going on further, ladies and gentlemen, please, the difference between masterpiece and good is nothing much, ladies and gentlemen. The same is going to be giving there, but you need to categorize it, right? Next up, I have no idea about the Lexus. I think it is the Lexus IS300. I'm not sure about the model and the specs because from this picture I could not see it. So I'm going to give it as in the vote section, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys find that vote too. Next up is going to be the Honda Civic. Obviously, it's a masterpiece. You do not need to say it. Obviously, some of the people might not like the Honda Civic, ladies and gentlemen. Honda Civic, right? Yes, Honda Civic. And also next up is going to be another Honda Civic. Yes, this is the hatchback version. Obviously, masterpiece. You might have seen it through across everything, ladies and gentlemen. You might have even seen it through Donut Media's video. So next up is the Mazda MX-5. Is it the new version or the old version, ladies and gentlemen? Let me check it out. Just give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. So I think it is the newer version. So newer version is not that much pretty cool compared to that of the older version, because the older version had much to give, as well as can be properly tuned to the beat, ladies and gentlemen. New Mazda MX-5 is probably in there somewhere. So next up is going to be the Lexus LSA, ladies and gentlemen. Lexus LFA. Is it the LFA or the IF? No, is it the... Yes, this is the LFA, right? Yep. This is the Lexus LFA, ladies and gentlemen. One of the most beautiful cars on the planet Earth. You might have heard about it. And, what can I say about this car? Do I need to explain it? It's one of the... is one of the most beautiful pieces of automobile engineering, ladies and gentlemen. And next up, you might be not familiar with this car, ladies and gentlemen, but it is actually, just give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Joe, this is actually the Nissan Skyline, ladies and gentlemen, but in a wagon edition, and I think it was only released for some markets. So I'm not sure how to vote this, and most of these cars do not appear on any of the games or any of the movie series or any TV series for sure. But if I have not yet seen it, personal opinion, ladies and gentlemen, if you have seen this vehicle come out here and there, please do post it in the comment section below, and please do vote this for yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Next up is going to be another Honda Civic. Obviously, it's going to go in the good section. Do I need to explain it? No. Next up is going to be the Hyundai Acura NSX. Not the old one, but the new one, ladies and gentlemen. New one, I can give it. It's a what to say, it is an underestimated car. It definitely needs a lot of views from the public as well as YouTubers are in movies, ladies and gentlemen. It did appear in the movie Fast and Furious 7, no, I think 8, but it was only for a short period of time. Well, it deserves a lot of credit for it, but compared to the older model, I'm not sure if it is there, because the older model was driven and developed and manufactured from the beautiful eyes of Ayrton Senna, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not the one to judge. Next up, I don't know what these two cars are, so I'm gonna give it as voting for you guys. And this car also, I'm not sure. I think it is the Toyota Corolla first edition, before it became the most famous AE86, which obviously everybody knew initial D. But if not, don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm also going to give this in the voting section for you. Next up, I think it is another one of the Lexus models, ladies and gentlemen. I think IS 300 or something like that. I'm not sure about that. I think so. It's a Lexus. So Lexus, let's put it on the let's zoom it out black, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put it on good, because AI good or needs work. It's a tough choice. Where can I put it? You know what? Because not because of the cars any fragility or anything like that. We're not going to be talking about that, because it doesn't have any more features in any movies, video games, or anything like that. We are going to be putting it in niche work. Why? Because it needs a little bit more recognition. Again, ladies and gentlemen, next up, I don't know what this car is, so I'll leave you guys up to vote it. Next is obviously the Mitsubishi Evo. I think it's one of the 9 platform. I think it is with the front light headlight. I think it's either the 7th or the 8th. I'm not sure about it. Does it have a spoiler? If it does have a spoiler, I think it's the 8th edition, which it obviously did come in the beautiful paintwork from Fast and Furious 3. No, 2 is the Tokyo Drift, right? No, it was actually from the Too Fast to Furious movie, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Walker drive it. So it has a lot of presence, not only because it has movie presence, but also has a good heritage in the world of rally racing, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna give it there. Another one, next one, I think so. It is it is the first generation Supra. I think so. I'm not sure about that. Yep, I'm not sure about these. The first 2 cars on the list, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna give it for you guys to vote, because none of the cars I have seen or touched, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna give it there. And if you wonder what car this is and why this is here, well, this is actually the Toyota Century, ladies and gentlemen. It is actually a Rolls-Royce copy, and it is available only in the Chinese market. Nothing much has been told about the car, or nothing much has been on the list, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna give it as the voting list, so guys, you can vote it. Next up is the Nissan Fairlady Z. You must have seen the street naked version of the the bare body version of this Nissan Fairlady Z, ladies and gentlemen. It is one of the first ever editions of the Nissan 350Zs, and I think, I'm not sure who it is, but someone in the world of automobile had made a crazy stealth version consisting of 1200 horsepower, and it absolutely rocks, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna put it at good, because I cannot give this a masterpiece, because it has not yet driven any any great value for it in movies, or it has not have enough presence, to say the least, ladies and gentlemen. So next up on the list is going to be the Toyota sorry, ladies and gentlemen, Nissan 370Z, not to be confused with the 350Z. This is the updated version of the 370Z. 350Z is the most spectacular model and has and deserves a lot of credit, but the Nissan 370Z is also up there, so I'm gonna put it in good, not niche work, because we have seen this car in multiple movies. Next up is gonna be, I think this is the Nissan Silvia S15, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this also needs work, ladies and gentlemen. Why? It has appeared only in 1 movies, and it has not much that of a cultural following, ladies and gentlemen. Cult following, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna put it in niche work, but I can assure you that the Nissan Silvia S15 has a lot of S14 or the S15, I'm not sure about that, but still the S series has a lot of cult following behind it. Even one of the donut members has this car, and is preparing it to form a kind of a track car, ladies and gentlemen. And if you do want to check that out, go head out to Donut Media channel, ladies and gentlemen. You can go figure it out. And also on the next one is going to be another Mitsubishi Evo, or the Lancer, which came in India obviously, but unfortunately we didn't get all of these pure masterpieces of automobile engineering, ladies and gentlemen. And this car that is sitting right over here, I think it is probably around the third one or the fourth one, ladies and gentlemen. So it also needs work because most of the people have not seen it. And next one, I don't know what this car brand or name is it, so I'm gonna give you guys the option to vote for yourself. And next is gonna be the Hyundai Akira, ladies and gentlemen. It's a second generation version. Well, it's one of the most beautiful cars. If you add a lot of spoon parts in it, it's gonna be a masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna give it to the masterpiece section. Why? It has more cult following than any of the cars combined, ladies and gentlemen. Well, technically, because Nissan Skyline GDR R32 and the R33 as well as the R34 GDRs are there, but still you might have know what I'm talking about. If you do want to see this car, I think Donut Media has one, but as of right now they sold it, but they did some good installs, good professional body parts, like all spoon body parts on this, and they sold it for approximately double the price of what this car is going, and also in the current market is doing a lot good, ladies and gentlemen. So next up is going to be another Subaru BRZ. I think this is Gen 2 or the Gen 3. Obviously it needs work because Gen 4 only we came to know about the Subaru, ladies and gentlemen. WRX, not the BRZ, not to be confused with another model. It's the WRX, ladies and gentlemen. I need to keep that in mind. Okay, so on the list down below, I think this is another Nissan wagon. I'm not sure. I'm gonna give it as the vote. Yep, the original Hyundai NSX, ladies and gentlemen. Do we need to talk about it? I'm gonna put it in this masterpiece first section, ladies and gentlemen. Nissan GDR, don't need to talk about it. Another masterpiece. I think this is the Nissan R32 GDR. I think the R32 or the R33 with the body shape and the lines. I think it is the R33 GDR, ladies and gentlemen. And the R34 GDR, we do not need to talk about that. These are all cult following masterpieces of fine automobile Japanese engineering, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna keep it as is in the masterpiece. And also 2024 and 2024 editions of the Nissan Skyline R35 GDRs are now released, ladies and gentlemen. Base model starts about, I think so, I'm not sure, ladies and gentlemen, 60 grand, and the top end variant goes around 120. I'm not sure about that, ladies and gentlemen, but there are some videos on the driving aspect of the R35 GDR. If you do want to check that out, go see Throttle House, ladies and gentlemen, on YouTube. Just type Throttle House and you might see this. One of the video is comparing the older R35 GDRs with the older R34 GDRs with the new R35 GDRs, ladies and gentlemen. Please go see that. Next up, I'm not sure which brand this is, so I'm gonna give it for you guys to vote on this car. Next up is gonna be the Toyota Supra Gen 3, ladies and gentlemen, the newest generation, the 2023 and onwards. Most people might compare it, saying that it is a BMW underneath, but considering what and all has happened with the Toyota Supra, there has been some absolutely beautiful builds on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Stradman had one. DDE had one, and most of the famous YouTubers on the car automotive channel that you might know had one of these beautiful machines, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna give it at the masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen. And obviously on the list, coming through with a clutch, ladies and gentlemen, the Subaru WRX STI, ladies and gentlemen, Colin McRae edition. If you do not know who Colin McRae is, wow, you need to see who Colin McRae is. If you do want to see who Colin McRae is, check out Donut Media, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I'm promoting a lot, but still these are some of the cars that you need to understand why this has a cult following. Not because this is just a car, but this is an emotion, ladies and gentlemen. Another masterpiece of work. Next up is gonna be, I think this is the Suzuki Cappuccino, or the let me zoom this one, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Honda Beat, consists of a 80 horsepower engine. It is a concept of kit cars or K cars, which they officially call in Japan. I think this has 64 to 65 horsepower, that because it has a regulation and a size compatibility, ladies and gentlemen. Technically it has a cult following. It has appeared in the games called as GT7, Gran Turismo 7. It is a good car. It's a peppy little car. So in that terms, I'm gonna give it in the good section, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is another car called as the Toyota Century, the Gen 2. I think the Gen 1 model. So I'm gonna give you guys the vote. Another model of the Gen 0, the first edition. I'm gonna give you guys the vote. And next up is gonna be the Lexus. These cars I have never seen or never seen videos of it driving or seen videos of it on the public roads. Obviously, most of the cars that you see here might not be ever in India because of the strict rules and regulations of the Indian transport, but some of the cars have been in India and some are trying to bring these cars in India, ladies and gentlemen. So don't worry about that. Wow, we still got a lot of list to go. So well, what's on the next list, ladies and gentlemen? I think this is the Evo 10. Let's do a quick rapid fire round, ladies and gentlemen. The Evo 10, I'm gonna give it in the masterpiece section. It's a good car. Nissan GTR R32, it's a good car. I mean, it's a masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen. The Honda, I think this is the Honda City. Yeah, this is the Honda City, the latest generation 2023, retails at about 50,000 USD, ladies and gentlemen. It's also a good car. I'm not putting it at the masterpiece because there are some good cars like this one, the Honda City, the first edition Honda City. That, ladies and gentlemen, it's a perfect masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you say it or not, it's gonna be on the top list, ladies and gentlemen. These two cars, I'm not sure. I think this is the Toyota Celica, ladies and gentlemen. So it needs a lot of work in the development area. So I'm gonna give that. I think this is the. Yep, this is the Honda NSX, another one, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is the Gen 2 version. We did not see much more of it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna give it straight into the masterpiece section, ladies and gentlemen. These cars I do not know, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm gonna give it that. Honda, obviously you have seen it, the Honda City, ladies and gentlemen. It's obviously in the good section, ladies and gentlemen, same as that. Same cars, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. Two cars on repeat. Yes, as I told you before, this is a Nissan GTR, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Skyline but in a wagon form, so voting list is up to you. And next one is also up to you. I think that is the Corolla, Toyota Corolla, ladies and gentlemen. And this ladies and gentlemen, we need to talk about this car. This car right you see here, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the Toyota, sorry, what am I saying about this? Is the first generation of the Nissan GTR, ladies and gentlemen. It's a true cult classic and it's a true masterpiece, whether you say it or not, ladies and gentlemen. Why am I saying it? Because you can see this beautiful piece of fine Japanese automotive engineering driving around the streets of Mexico in the Fast and Furious Part 4 starting scene, ladies and gentlemen. And it has a huge cult following too, and it's a peppy little car for a peppy little machine, ladies and gentlemen. Lexus LFA, do I need to say anything about it? Already we have seen it in the top section right over here, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be in the masterpiece section. Lexus LFA, one of my dream cars ever to buy it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how the Lexus market is right now. Obviously you might have known what has happened with the Lexus market, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I need to figure out if there are still any cars that are left. What to say? As you might see, this is the Lexus LFA, ladies and gentlemen. You do not need to know it, but one of my most favorite cars is the Lexus, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it might be, could I have a chance at driving that beautiful machine? I'm not sure, but if it is, who am I to complain? It's one of the most beautiful sounding cars. If you're not heard the Lexus LFA, ladies and gentlemen, you might do it right now. It is one of the most raw sounding V10 engines out there, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, Honda NSX. We need to talk about this, the Gen 2 version, ladies and gentlemen. It needs a little bit work, but other than that, it's a good section car. Subaru's WRX's STI models, obviously it's good. We don't need to talk about that. Next up, I think this is the Triumph Spitfire, ladies and gentlemen. It's a good car, but it needs a lot of work. I think this is another Toyota. I think this is the Toyota Super MR2 GT. I'm not sure. Or is it the Mazda RX-7? Let me check it out. It's the Mazda RX-7, ladies and gentlemen. With the wild side kit, the Mazda RX-7 might look a pretty good dope ass vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. So that I'm gonna give it in the masterpiece section. Another Mazda RX-8, ladies and gentlemen, the Gen 2 version of the Mazda RX-7 series. RX-7 or RX-8, what do you think about the choice, ladies and gentlemen? RX-7, another masterpiece classic, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is the Mazda RX-8, if I'm not wrong. That needs work, ladies and gentlemen. That definitely needs work. It's not a car. Mitsubishi Evo, no explanation, straight goes into the good section. We do got this one, voting up to you guys. Honda Civic, we do already have seen it. The Nissan 350Z, is it the 350Z or the 370Z? I think it is the 350Z, ladies and gentlemen. It's another beautiful machinery, ladies and gentlemen. We need to give it in the masterpiece section. And most of the cars right over here all deserve, well, let's check it out. Don't rust it, right? This is the Gen 5, this is the 2023 version of the R34s, R35 GDS from Nissan. This is the R32 GDS from Nissan, ladies and gentlemen. R34 GDS from Nissan. Both are deserved in the good section, so we are going to be putting that over there. Next up is going to be, I think this is the Nissan Silvia S15 or the S16. Let me check it out. I think this is the Nissan S15. It's gonna go in the good section, ladies and gentlemen. Where? Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I got a hiccup. Where is it? Yes, I'm gonna put it at needs work, but it's a good car. Next up, obviously, you might have seen the Honda Civic, ladies and gentlemen. It's in a good section. The Nissan GDR first edition. It's a masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen. No need to change about that. What else? Another Nissan R32 GDR. Masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen. You might have heard it, but still, this is the Nissan R32 Skyline Nürburgring edition, ladies and gentlemen. That is also going to be going in the masterpiece section, ladies and gentlemen. And obviously all the Subarus, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need to care about it unless and until, which is this one, ladies and gentlemen, the last two generation, the 2023 as well as the 2024 version. I'm gonna put it up for you guys to vote. All of these cars that are on the voting list is gonna be for you guys to vote, because these cars have a mixed reception between customers as well as YouTuber and content creators on what should I do with these cars, right? So it's up to you. And also we do got a mix of Toyotas as well as another, I think so it is a Honda. I'm giving you guys the option to freedom to vote, ladies and gentlemen. And next up we got the two best cars on the planet Earth, ladies and gentlemen. We do got this Subaru WRX STI. Is gonna go in the good section. Next up, these two wagons, the Subaru WRX STI, the Subaru RX. There are so many Subaru Subaru WRX STI. Wow, cannot speak today. God damn it. Well, I'm gonna give you guys the option to vote it, because most of the cars have not much have a live presence in the world of cameras or in the world of eyes of the humans, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna give you guys the vote it. Next up is gonna be the latest 350Z, ladies and gentlemen, a 350 or 370Z from the Nissan. Yeah, it's a good car. It needs a little bit of work, but in the future it might be changed, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out on 2025 update, ladies and gentlemen. Remind me to do that. So I think this is the Subaru. It's up to you guys to vote on this. I have no questions about it. Next up we got the two worst cars, ladies and gentlemen, the GR Yaris normal edition and the Gazoo, ladies and gentlemen. Fun fact, did you know the the Toyota CEO that is present right now has his own racing edition, rally racing edition, and he really drives the shit out of his cars. And the best cars that he drives, according to him, the best cars that he likes to drive on the rallycross is going to be the Toyota GR Yaris, ladies and gentlemen. That's a fun fact for you. You can go check it out on YouTube. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to save these two cars for the last, because we need to talk a little bit more. I need to see what this car is. Let's see. I'm not sure about the car. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm not sure about the cars, I'm going to give it to you guys to vote, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure what that car is, so I'm going to give you guys the option to vote it. If you guys find the name of the car, please do, ladies and gentlemen, post it down in the comment section below. Well, top two on the list, ladies and gentlemen. Do I need to talk anything about this? The Toyota Supra, both Toyotas conquering the top masterpiece sections, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the Toyota Supra and the Toyota AE86, ladies and gentlemen. Why I'm giving it on the top list of the masterpiece section, ladies and gentlemen? Well, if it is for the Toyota Corolla AE86, ladies and gentlemen, we might have not seen any of these JDM cars on the planet, ladies and gentlemen, whether it be in movies, car games, racing games, sim games, or any of the stories that have come out in the world, ladies and gentlemen. This car had a cult following. This car made all of the cars a cult following, ladies and gentlemen, because of an initial movie called Initial D, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's all for the tier list, ladies and gentlemen. Let me switch you over. So, hope you do, guys, the best JDM cars on the planet. Leave what you thought down in the comment section below, ladies and gentlemen. And while you're there, you know what to do, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, turn on that bell notification, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care. Peace.